So what is going on, guys? Nomad93 here with another video, and if you guys have been watching the channel, you guys know that I'm very iPad Pro focused, but lately I've seen a couple comments that people want me to branch out a little bit more and try a couple tech products out that aren't in the iPad Pro realm, so I thought this would be the perfect video to kind of step into that. And what I wanted to do was compare pretty much the two top dogs when it comes to 3-in-1 wireless chargers for the big three Apple products, which are iPhones, Apple Watches, and AirPods or AirPods Pro. So let's get started with the video. We got Nomad's 3-in-1 versus Satechi's 3-in-1. Let's go. All right, so let's hop right into it, guys. So when I first purchased the Nomad one, it was 130 bucks. I got it from Best Buy. I just wanted to get myself a solution that could charge all three of my Apple devices with no problem at my bedside, right? And the Nomad one seemed to be the easiest one to get my hands on because I could get it that same day. And then this one is by Satechi, and this one retailed for $130, I believe. I think it was $129, but now I'm pretty sure it's on sale for $99. I'm gonna show you guys the current price of each one of these right now, just to let you guys know at this date what they each cost. So essentially both of these do the same exact thing, and they're roughly the same price, right? They're meant to be a one solution or one-stop shop to wirelessly charge your Apple Watch, your AirPods 2 or AirPods Pro, and your iPhone or any iPhone that has wireless charging. At this point, you're really looking at aesthetic. I've used this one for a while now. I think I've used it for at least 3 months. This one I've only used for about a week. So keep that in mind. I have a lot more usage with this one. So I might know a little bit more and might be able to complain about a few more things about this one, but this one, not as much because I haven't used it as much. So just being totally honest with everybody here. Obviously, I'm gonna test if all of them work. I like to use the Samsung because it tells you if it's fast charging or not, because both of these do give you fast charging wirelessly, supposedly, right? So this one, you can put it down, see if it picks it up. It doesn't yet. Keep moving it. So it's only charging this way, which is not normal because you can definitely charge two things. You just gotta find a sweet spot, I think. There we go, found the sweet spot. So obviously, that is my first complaint about the Nomad one. This has happened a bunch of times to me, especially when I needed to charge the AirPods and an iPhone at the same time. There have been multiple occasions where I put it down and didn't actually test it out like I just did right now, where I woke up in the morning and the iPhone has not been charged at all, right? Because moving it around like that is annoying to do. The fact that it's so tough to be able to differentiate both sides is very, very annoying to me. That's why I definitely lean towards this one a little bit more, because there's obviously designated areas for each product. So what that has led me to do is to usually only use this in this orientation. So normally at night I use it in this orientation and I charge my Apple Watch, because I normally charge my AirPods Pro throughout the day at this point, so it doesn't really bother me too much. But if I needed it to do all three, then it would annoy me a lot more. So that's the one thing you have to get used to with the Nomad one, because there's no real designation of where they go. So, but just to show you guys, it does charge all three of them. We'll put the AirPods down, see if we can find that spot. You can see, boom, there it is. So again, you have to move it like all the way to the edges, which is annoying, especially when there's a lot more room there. But you can see that it charges even with an AirPods Pro case. And on the bottom, there's two LED indicators that show there's two things charging. And then the last thing, and then you can clearly see that the Apple Watch is charging. So it does what it's supposed to do. And one thing that I did want to make sure was that even though all three things are connected at once and all being charged at once, we're still getting fast wireless charging. So that's 10-watt wireless charging on the Samsung device. So that's good to know, so keep that in mind. But now let's test out this one. So taking it off, you can see that the charging is paused. If I throw it on here, let's see how quickly I can kind of put it down. So immediately I know where to put it. You get the LED indicator that turns on immediately, your fast wireless charging that it shows. We'll put the AirPods down, and again, there's a little divot right there which you can see, and this is definitely bigger than the divot, especially with the AirPods Pro case. Let's see if it charges. And I also did want to check that it does do fast wireless charging, even though there's two devices plugged in. But let's try the third one, which is the Apple Watch. Throw it on there. Immediately, I like how immediately the LED turns on and recognizes it. And also the beauty of this is that this you can move around, so you just pick it up, and then you're on nightstand mode. So if you do have an Apple Watch band that doesn't open up like the sports band, you have no worries, you can just plop it on there. And it looks a little more uniform on this side in my opinion. It looks like it's spaced out nicely, and it has, like, again, designated areas for each one. So it's a lot easier to know what you're charging and make sure that it's charging when essentially you go to bed. A couple other things that I did want to note about these devices is the fit and finish. So this one is an aluminum finish. it is very, very premium, so it feels heavy. I expect it to be a little bit more plasticky. This is actually heavy, it feels premium. It's made out of aluminum, which is nice. And then the top, I think the top of it is plastic. So the top of it is plastic, but the whole base of it is made out of aluminum, so it'll fit that Apple aesthetic nicely. And then this one is nice also because it has leather. It's a Nomad product. Nomad's always made or known for premium leather products like that. It also feels premium. This one's a little bit heavier than this one, but this one still feels just as premium. So one thing that you do notice right away is the fact that this uses a barrel connector, guys, which is very, very annoying. It's a barrel connector, so it's not a proprietary charger. You can see right there. Versus with Satechi, you get a USB-C, and it brings an 18-watt fast charger. And again, both of these products actually bring all the necessary plugs. So depending on if you're in the USA, in Europe, or any other part of the world, it brings all the different plugs to plug into the wall. This one just happens to be USB-C, so it's a little more universal. This one's a barrel charger, which is a little bit annoying. So both of them charge all of the devices at the same speed. It's just a matter of, this one's a little bit finicky when it comes to charging all three of them. This one has an obvious designation for all three spots. This one's USB-C, this one's a barrel charger. This one's made out of aluminum. This one has leather and aluminum and plastic. So it's totally up to you. At that point, I just wanted to show off both of them. If I were to choose, if they were both the same exact price, I'd probably go to the Satechi one as my one go-to for all three. So let's go back to the normal view. So all in all, in my opinion, I would probably go towards the Satechi one because, like I said, it gives you designated spots to actually charge each of them versus the Nomad one. You guys saw me fiddling with it literally on screen, like in this video. That happens to me pretty often on a weekly basis, I would say. Once a week, I would basically wake up with my phone not being charged because I didn't put it at the right spot. So I would probably go with the Satechi one, especially if they're the same exact price. But in terms of quality, the Nomad one is just as good, especially if you just do the iPhone and the Apple Watch. I've never had an issue when it comes to charging in that area. But again, it is a 3-in-1 supposedly. It's just the surface area is a little bit small and you have to pretty much put it exactly on the coil for it to work. And then with the AirPods Pro, it's even tougher to find. So I like the fact that on the Satechi one, there's a little like divot that lets you put the AirPods Pro on there, and you saw that it even worked with the case on both of them. All of them still provided fast charging even when all three of them were being charged at the same time. Hopefully this helps somebody out make a decision if they're deciding between one of these three. They're both great options, but I would lean a little bit more towards the Satechi one than the Nomad one, guys. But that's just me. So hopefully for those people that want to see something a little bit different, this kind of quenched your thirst for that. But that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, peace.